Hello, welcome. It's come to the attention of myself and a lot of the other folks that I work with who are very experienced in energy and spiritual work that a lot of the people out there doing readings and doing regular energetic practices are not protecting themselves with their own energy. Today you're going to learn how to do that in the simplest way possible. There are lots of ways to build on this practice and improve it, make your fields of protection more complex, if you feel that you need to, but having something is going to make a big difference, not just in your energy work, but in most aspects of your day-to-day life, especially social ones. To begin this practice, you want to get yourself into a meditative or semi-trance state. One of the easier ways to do that is to begin with basic breath work. This is a circular breath technique that I learned from someone who's been doing breath work for a very long time. I found that it was really helpful to me in helping me access deeper parts of myself. So it's something that you can do for that, even if moving on to the protection is not something that you're needing at that moment. The method is to breathe in through your nose. You want to take that breath in all the way down your torso to the base of your stomach and out through your mouth. Unlike what I just did, you want to keep the breath moving. Don't hold it in at all. A method like this. You notice that as soon as my lungs got to their full capacity, I was already beginning to exhale. Start this at a comfortable, relaxed pace. Go a little bit faster until you are going as fast as you can while still getting as much breath as you are able. If you can do this for 2, 3, even 7 or 10 minutes, you will find that your conscious state is beginning to shift and you are getting more clarity, more internal response, and less surface thought in your mind. This is how you know that you are leading yourself into that trance or automatic flow state. Once you're there, you want to get a good feel for where your energy is at that moment. Is it gathering in a particular part of your body? Whether that is in your forehead, in your throat, the back of your head, here around your jaw, your heart, the top of your stomach here, the base of your stomach, even down to the bottom of your sacral or just where your butt's hitting the floor. These are the most likely spots. If you are having serious health problems, you may be finding that your energy is gathering near the core or source of that problem. For the context of this practice, it's not important that you worry or analyze that particular node of energy right now. The point is just to have a good sense of where your energy is at the time while you're doing this practice. Once you have found the location of your energy core, focus on bringing that energy down through your body as much as you can, kind of forming a central core of energy and extending that down below your body through the base of your spine and all the way down into the ground. This is what we call grounding, and it is one of the simplest ways to connect with nature, with the earth, with the abundant living energy that makes everything grow. You want to hold that energy core, feel that experience of grounding until you feel like you are being supported by the energy below you, that it is flowing, however slowly, up through your system and through that core of energy that you have established. Try to hold that for 30 seconds, 2 minutes, long enough to get a consistent feel for that flow. The next portion of the practice is centering, where you get a thorough sense of how far your personal energy field is going beyond your body. And it may not be very far, it just may be kind of surfing on the surface of your skin. That's perfectly fine. The size of your field is not the important thing. It is your ability to assess it and understand exactly how far you are projecting it unconsciously. Like the grounding exercise, you want to get a feel for the distance outside yourself where you're getting a sense, kind of tingling of information, a sense of expansion as far as how far your energy is moving beyond yourself. And again, hold that for 30 seconds, 2 minutes, long enough for you to get a consistent feel of where that field is staying. Because often, as you're searching for it, it may fluctuate a little bit. You may feel like it's coming in or out, depending on your level of comfort with the exercise and your sense of control over that energy. Once you're centered, you feel like you know exactly where your body is in your greater field. You feel comfortable understanding where the limits of that field are. This is when you can start supporting that field. And if you find that your field is very far from you, you may want to bring it in a little bit so that if you create a protective field, it's not extended so distant from yourself that many people are going to be interacting with it at once. You want it to be fairly close to your personal space, or what you consider that. Once you have found that comfort zone, think about a emotion that is supporting to you. Think about the kind of environment that makes you feel good and comfortable. You want to fill the interior of that space with that sense of comfort. Once you have cultivated that comfort, that ease, that strong sense of self within your field, which may take 30 seconds, 2 minutes, up to 5 minutes. This isn't something that you need to take all day with, but you want to be sure that you're getting a clear feeling for the energy around you. And when you're starting out, it may take a little bit longer, but you may find that you strike it right away. And it is going to change as you practice the more that you put time and energy into doing this. After you have filled that field with your sense of self, you want to create a barrier between that sense of self and everything that's outside of it. You want to imagine this as bright, solid light. When I say solid light, I'm not trying to be ridiculous. I'm not saying that you want to create a blinding field around yourself, but rather that energy should feel substantial. It should feel protective. It should feel like there is a clear distinction between what you are, your field, and what is outside of that field. The more that you do this, the easier it's going to be when you're walking around in standard day life to feel energy moving against that barrier. Once you're doing this regularly, you will feel that all the time. You will feel a bubble around you that is supporting, strengthening, and protecting you. Once you've set up that barrier of yourself, you want to hold it for a little while until you feel very confident with it. A minute, 2 minutes. Really, you can sit with it for as long as you want, and if you're feeling distressed, if you're feeling anxious when you go into this exercise, holding it for a while can be very comforting. It will help you to feel calmer, to gather your energy, and to have a better sense of what's coming from within you and what has been bothering you from outside of you. This is a really useful practice, not just for any energetic worker, but for anybody who is trying to get in better touch with their whole self. As you are practicing this, and really pretty consistently through your life, once you find that this protective exercise is helping you, you're getting a sense for how it is improving your life, take a moment every couple of hours to check on that field. Make sure it still feels substantial. And once you get used to doing this and you get a strong sense of what that field feels like, what you need it to be, how it feels when you're at your most comfortable, you're going to find that it's a lot easier in the moment to refresh that field, to take some time to regather your energy, collect yourself, and make a clear distinction between you, what's outside in the world, and what does not need to be coming into your field. As I said, these are the basics. As somebody who is continually getting readings in order to assess people's abilities, giving readings to lots of different people that I don't know, my system of protection that I use for myself is a little more complicated. As you practice, you will find different ways and different feelings that come to you that may alter your sense of comfort, may improve it, may be better for some situations than others. Pay attention to that information. The way that you use your own energy is going to be unique to you, especially the more that you get used to it and the more that you do it. So follow those feelings, make good use of them, experiment with them. Just about anything that you do experimentally as a form of protection is going to be better than doing nothing, and it's going to teach you how to protect yourself better in the future. Though, like anything, don't do something brand new if you're going into a situation where the stakes are very high and you want to make sure that you feel as comfortable and as stable as possible. In those situations, do what has been working. Thank you very much for listening. I do hope that you will protect yourself and get a better sense of controlling your internal and external life as you move through things and connect with people. Take care.